Welcome to Heartbreak Chronicles. According to the latest statistics, cell phones are the #1 reason for finding out that a partner is cheating. It seems I am no exception to this statistic. That said, it's all because Olivia has been bugging me to buy her the new iPhone 14. I finally compromised. Then she needs to transfer everything to the new phone. I showed her how to use iCloud backup and restore, easy as pie. Olivia is happy, and honestly, when Olivia is happy, I'm happy. Very, very happy. 1:30 a.m. I'm exhausted and sore, but still happy as can be. I think that's probably the hardest part. I'm happy, and I could have sworn Olivia was just as happy. She was pampering me, always clinging to me, always complimenting me, and always ready for a good time. I'm proud of it. You know what I mean? If you've ever gotten the undivided attention of a beautiful woman, you'll understand. That's why I'll be so heartbroken when the truth comes out. Olivia never hides her cell phone from me, and we never set a password. I trust her, and she trusts me. She was right and I was wrong. I took her old cell phone and was going to restore the factory settings. That's when I realized we hadn't transferred her music to iTunes. Music is not transferred with the backup, and to be honest, such a backup is not complete. I accidentally pressed the wrong button on the front screen and her text message popped up. Then, surprise after surprise. Olivia, my beloved wife, the mother of my future children, the partner, confidant, lover, and best friend of my life, betrayed me. No, the first text message didn't state this directly, just an unfamiliar name that happened to pique my curiosity. About an hour later, on the verge of a nervous breakdown, I finally pieced together the whole story, cliched and uninspired. According to those darn statistics, Facebook is the second most common cause of infidelity, listed as a reason in over 52% of divorces. Now that percentage can be changed to 52.1%. The cliched plot. Ex-boyfriend sees her on Facebook, reconnects, comes to town and just wants to catch up. And then everything just went right. Flirting, lunch, kissing, and finally rolling into bed. Judging by the text messages, they've had sex twice. It looks as if she regrets the last one. Meh, the first time was no problem. Cheating on your husband, getting fucked by a man and getting weak in the knees. It's no big deal, right? It's just a reliving of youthful memories. For some reason, for the second time, she felt guilty. She doesn't think they should see each other anymore. She's starting to have second thoughts. Don't you think it's too late, dear wife? I don't think what I did was wrong. Not at all. She's the one who cheated. I packed all her stuff and left it in the driveway when she got home. At least I'm neatly organized. I changed the locks, transferred the money, canceled the credit cards. You know what to do. Anyway, it's my house and it was mine 3 years before we got married. I don't want to hear all that, "I'm sorry, it's nothing, forgive me, give me another chance" crap. I know statistics show that a person who cheats always cheats again. The scariest thing is that she hid it so well that I didn't notice any trace of it at all. I knew I could never trust her again, but to everyone else, I'm the asshole. She loves me, it was just a mistake, and I should forgive her and bring her back for some passionate make-up sex, right? Don't even think about it. Hell, she cheated on me and I'm the bad guy? The only ones who haven't accused me are her parents, but that's only because they've been in the ground for almost 10 years now. Sometimes I think I can hear them whispering in the night for me to pick her up. She was devastated. They told me. She never thought it would go this way. He was the one who seduced her. She loves you. She went into a depression and is seeing a psychiatrist. Blah, blah, blah. I understand. Olivia is sweet as cane sugar, not a cruel bone in her body, always ready to help others, and has her heart written all over her face. You know, it's the same old fucking arguments. That's my Olivia. I'm sorry, but I believe in loyalty. If you're single, that's another matter. It doesn't even matter if it's during a date or engagement. But once you're married and have made your vows, there shouldn't be any transgressions. Is that too much to ask? It seems everyone else thinks it's excessive, including our lawyers and judges. Even though I brought in all the property and earned all the income and she did nothing, it ended up being split evenly. We don't have kids, and she doesn't even have to take care of the house. We have someone come in every week to clean and eat out more often than we eat at home. It seems none of this matters. The law doesn't care about fairness. She got half the house. I had to sell my house for a huge loss and pay her $23,000 in proceeds. She also got half the savings. She cried and told me that none of this was her idea, that her brother and the lawyer were screwing me over. Well, that may not have been her exact words, but that's pretty much what she meant. In the end, I was screwed. She cheated on me for months, technically 2 months, once at the end of May and once in April. Hell, I don't care if the second time she only let him suck her off. That's cheating too. I would never tangle with a lowlife bitch. She got all the sympathy and cash and I was left with all the debt. That's what happened to me. So I'm bitter, angry, fucking pissed off. I was angry at her, at our friends, at our family. Can you blame me for not talking to them? They're all on her side, on the side of the cheating, greedy bitch. And I'm being punished for loving her, being loyal, working hard, investing well, spending hundreds of hours renovating our house, and being frugal. Listen, guys, here's a lesson for you. You think you've found the best wife in the world, but deep down, they're all bitches whose main goal is to ruin your life and your soul. Some people just take longer and hide it better. Except for my mom, maybe. The way she sided with that bitch, though, made me start to doubt her. And Mrs. Evans, my third-grade teacher, that woman was a saint. I was alone, working my ass off, paying alimony, starting from scratch. In the eyes of others, I was the evil one for being so stubborn and pushing her into the arms of her ex. She has nowhere to go? Nowhere to go? She ripped me off for over $70,000, and I have to pay $1,200 a month for the next 3 years. She could have gotten a job, right? That's what I do. No, she's still a bitch who continues to sleep with her ex in order to have a roof over her head and maintain the lifestyle she's used to. Although he can't actually afford it. But she wasn't happy. She wants me to go back. This is all my fault. I'll probably still let it go with time, but they just won't leave me alone. No one will give me a goddamn break. If I hear one more time that I should give her another chance, I'm going to go crazy. She showed up at my sister's wedding. Hell, she's still a bridesmaid. That betrayer was at the wedding, and I wasn't even the best man. Did I lose my temper? Did I refuse to attend? No, I'm doing fine. Okay, so maybe that giant Benedict Arnold portrait isn't to everyone's taste, but that frame is beautiful and cost me over $300. Better than getting another toaster, right? I went alone, but is my cheating ex-wife that noble? No, she brought her little lover. I didn't make a scene and beat him up like he deserved. I'm not a barbarian. When she asked me to dance, I even accepted. Can you forgive me, Nathan? She asked. You look handsome tonight, but you always do. Look, I'm trying to be friendly. I'm sorry, take me back, honey. You're the only man I've ever loved. I made a mistake, but I never stopped loving you. Nice car. A new Lexus? I wish I could afford a car like that. I'm still driving that old Honda and it's almost paid off. Talk to me, baby. What do you want me to do? We were meant to be together and everyone knew it. You'll never regret it, and I swear I'll spend every day of the rest of my life making it up to you. What a beautiful night for a wedding. How much do you think those ice sculptures cost? She ran away crying, and of course, I became the bad guy again. God, I'm obviously trying to be friendly. Not once did I tell her what I really thought of her. No cursing, nothing. And I'm the asshole. I followed my mother's advice, and she blamed me for my behavior. That's enough, Mom. I didn't do anything. I was friendly with her. I just don't want her to think there's any chance of getting back together. Why not? She's a great girl. She made a small mistake, and you're blowing everything out of proportion. No one will ever love you like she did, and you know you still love her. Don't be so stubborn. Why are you never on my side, Mom? She betrayed me. There's nothing wrong with me. I'm your son. You're supposed to support me. Honey, you know we all love Olivia. She's like a daughter to us. We love her as much as we love you. We just want you both to be happy, just like the old days. She's not your daughter. She's the cheating, stealing ex-wife of your only son. No, it's over. I want you to let this go so we can all move on. This went on for 3 years and never stopped. One day, I was surprised to find her on my doorstep. Instead of slamming the door in her face like an asshole, I let her in and poured her a cup of coffee. She took off her jacket and was wearing a very sexy nightgown underneath. Hell, she still looks great. Please, Nathan, give me one last chance. Bring me back. I will be the most loving and devoted wife in the world. I want to have children for you. I shook my head. I can't trust you anymore, Olivia. You fooled me so easily. I never detected any trace of it. You broke my heart and then screwed me over hard in the divorce. You ran off to be with the asshole who helped you ruin our marriage and my life. Not me. I don't want those. I just want you. You hired lawyers. You signed those papers. You did your best to leave me penniless. I barely have anything left to pee on, while you drive a new car, wear new jewelry, and expensive lingerie. You have everything, and all I have left is a broken heart. I just need a second chance, baby. I'll never be happy without you. You're my soulmate. Take me to bed now, and I'll never leave you again. I'll never be with anyone else again. This can't be happening, Olivia. She quieted down. He asked me to marry him again. I don't want him. All I want is you, baby. You won't get me. She pounced on me, tears staining my collar and snot rubbing off on my shirt. God, this woman can cry. Don't make me. She sobbed. Marry him. No one's forcing you, Olivia. You're free to do whatever you want. I want to be with you, Nathan. Eventually, she left and I had to listen to that bullshit again. Why can't I be reasonable? Don't I have a heart? No soul? She deserves a second chance. I'm tired of it. But did I break out? Any anger towards anyone? Did you set the house on fire? No. I just continue to work hard and eke out a living. I had nothing else to look forward to, but they just wouldn't leave me alone. Even then, the bitch was engaged and planning her wedding. My mother and sisters are helping her prepare, and they are still torturing me with guilt and stress on a daily basis. It's not too late. All you have to do is say the word and she'll be back. She loves you. Have some compassion. Mom always has to pull that "I'm disappointed" card. I don't know what kind of coward she'd have to marry to put up with that. I knew I couldn't stand it. They begged for a long time before I reluctantly agreed to attend her wedding. I resisted desperately, but my family knows how to wear you down little by little. A final farewell, they said. I dressed up and even bought them a present, a toaster. No more sentimental gifts. I learned my lesson. I stood outside, unwilling to face those who knew what she had done to me, but I came and did my part. Mom blocked me in the corner. I don't understand her. She swore that she wanted me to be with Olivia because we both wouldn't be happy without each other. Why can't she just understand that I can't be happy with her? She betrayed me, tortured me to death in the divorce, openly admitted her infidelity in front of everyone, moved in with that asshole, and then spent the next few years taking from me constantly, never letting me off the hook, and flaunting it in front of me almost every day. She wants to see you, Nathan. She's happy you're here. That's the only thing she's happy about. Let her talk. Well, I let her take me to the designated place, and then she closed the door behind her. Olivia was very excited to see me and jumped into my arms. I just held out my arms to block her and protect myself. "BB," she whispers, kissing my face and crying. "I knew you'd come to my rescue. I love you too much." Save her? The bitch did it of her own free will. I don't know why, but I finally broke out. For 3 years, I've been trying to understand, trying to be good. I swear I tried. I tried for 3 whole years. I turned and lifted up her wedding dress to reveal her stockings and tiny panties. I unzipped my pants and seconds later I had my dick in the hole that was supposed to be just mine. I thrust angrily, thinking that this was my final revenge. I owe that asshole. He stole her from me when she was mine, and now I'm going to enjoy her one last time before she gets married. Okay, maybe I'm defending myself, but she hasn't said the vows yet. In these last few minutes, we're all still single. Fucking that woman has been a wonderful experience, I have to admit. The angry sex was unusually intense, and I kind of liked it. The door burst open, and my mother poked her head in. "Just a little while longer," she spoke, then saw our posture and blushed for a moment. "Oh, it's okay. I'll stall for you. You guys take your time and work things out." I let Olivia kiss me and listened to her apologize over and over, swearing her eternal love. I continued to thrust while trying to undo the buttons on the back of her wedding dress so I could reach her breasts. The scene was almost a little comical as I moved rhythmically while listening to her instruct me on how to undo my buttons. I finally peeled off her blouse, exposing her ample breasts. Olivia gasped, "I love you so much, baby." "Thank you. You'll never regret it." "I'm already regretting it, but not enough to make me stop. After all, it's been 3 years since I've had sex." I held her tightly and sprinted wildly. Olivia screamed out my name and orgasmed in my arms. It was at that moment that I too was released. It was passion. I swear to God, I definitely didn't mean it. "I love you," I growled low in her ear, unable to stop the tears. I backed out, wiped it with her garter belt, and straightened my pants. I helped her pull her skirt back up and refasten the damn buttons. It didn't help, though. She looked like she'd just been hit hard, which she had. Her hair was a mess, lipstick smudged everywhere, and her mascara was spent. I kissed her goodbye, wished her luck, and then watched as she staggered toward the auditorium to meet her groom. If I could have defended myself, I could have said that I wasn't a complete asshole, that I was pushed to my limits, but otherwise didn't do anything particularly outrageous. Olivia hugs me warmly and kisses my cheek greedily. "I knew you wouldn't let me marry him," she whispered excitedly. "I knew you still loved me." She took my hand and walked out of the dressing room. My mother winked at me and smiled. Olivia turned in the foyer and pulled me out of the church. I could have stopped this, but I was out of my mind and still angry at her for her betrayal, for the financial loss I suffered in the divorce, and for the asshole who seduced her. I'm angry at my whole family, all my friends. Olivia got into the waiting limo and instructed the driver to drive to my address. She knelt in front of me and began to serve me with her mouth as if her life depended on it. I can't help but wonder what's going on in the church right now. Surely nothing good can come of it. When the driver stopped in front of my house, it was 10:20 a.m. Once again, I was released inside her. Olivia straightened her skirt and pulled an envelope out of her small bag. "That's enough," she said to the driver. "You'd better go back to the church. My fiancé may need you." The driver gave me a confused look. I just shrugged and followed Olivia up the steps. I opened the door and she was already taking off her wedding dress. "Help me find something to wear, darling," she said with a smile and a tantalizing twinkle in her eye. I rummaged through a box containing her leftover belongings. "Honestly, I don't know why I've kept these." I handed her the box. Olivia was naked and pulled me over for a kiss. "You've got to help me, Nathan," she said. "I've done something stupid." "Again?" I sighed. "What is it this time?" Olivia explains, "We added our names to each other's accounts. I'm worried he might do something crazy. I have to go to the bank to transfer our money." I followed her rhythm sparingly, shocked, confused, annoyed, and with a hint of desire. Even though it's 11 a.m. on a Saturday, the bank should still be open. So I let her kiss me a few more times and then drove her to the bank. Olivia can't just remove his name from her account and vice versa. So she came up with a simpler solution. "We can transfer the money into your account. It's safer," Olivia suggested. I was surprised to find over $100,000 in her account. She explains, "I've never spent any of our money, either on divorce costs or the alimony you pay me. All that money is ours, and I've been waiting for us to get back together." This fucking woman is out of her mind. We had lunch together and she sat next to me, always touching me and feeding me with her fork. It wasn't so different from before. She'd always been intimate, though perhaps not as over the top as she was now. She excuses herself to go to the restroom, and I consider whether I should run away before things get any weirder. But honestly, I'd like to do it again. My heart can only send blood to one organ, either my brain or my little brother. Not having all the fun in the limo left me a little underwhelmed, and she looked great as usual, and it didn't help that she was rubbing against me under the table. She came back a few minutes later and sat down right next to me. "I texted him," Olivia said, "and told him I was sorry, but that he knew I'd come back to you if you'd accept me. I told him to keep my stuff and donate whatever he wanted to. I don't want those things anymore. They're tainted. We're going to start over, and I swear you'll never regret it." She pulled me down and kissed me hard. I tasted some of my bacon cheeseburger. "This fucking thief," Olivia continues, This is a good thing for us, don't you see? I learned a lesson about pain and how much I need you. I could never betray you again. It's impossible. I'll be the best wife in the world, I swear. Angels in public and the hottest little sluts in private. She took a bite of her fries and rested her head on my shoulder. You don't say much. You're happy, aren't you? Olivia asked. I put my arm around her shoulders and gave her a hug. We've got 3 years of sex to make up for. She squealed with excitement, threw a bunch of money down on the table, and dragged me out of there. On the way home, she sucked my dick in the car. By the time we reached the bedroom, she was already undressed and I quickly followed suit. She looked up at me and smiled. I know I have a lot to make up for. Anything you want, anything you've ever fantasized about, whatever you can think of, I'll do it for you. I won't deny you anything. You can tie me up, beat me, yell at me, invite my best friend over. Anything, honey. Ride me, cowgirl, I joked. She laughed and then rode me energetically. She's almost like a wild woman. There's no denying that she's always been a great bedmate, and if anything, she's even better now. This annoys me a bit. She slowed down, rocking gently. Why the frown, baby? You've gotten better. Did he teach you that? Olivia pouted. That's right. I let him touch me. I owe him. She was on top of me and I was holding her. Looks like she's in a confessional mood. He loves me, Nathan. Love me like I love you. Completely unreserved and irrational. I could insult him, humiliate him, treat him like garbage, and he'd still come crawling back. Sometimes I feel guilty for using him, for taking advantage of his love. But he knows I don't love him. I love you. He said he would be patient and said I would eventually learn to love him. She kissed me softly. Never. There's only room in my heart for one man, and that's you. It's always been you. It'll always be you. I reminded her, you love me enough to betray me? Olivia hugged me tightly. You can't understand how he worships me. Those doggy eyes, that pleading, that begging. God, he desired me so much that I finally decided to free him. I slept with him. I didn't enjoy it. I barely did anything. But he was ecstatic. That feeling of being so desired is so exciting. I betrayed you twice. I hate myself. It's not because of anything you've done, ever. You're the only one I want. It wasn't out of love for him, or desire, or anything else. It wasn't even about the sex, at least not for me. That was never good. Rather, it's that morbid adoration of his dominance. I used him and then dumped him. I tried to be gentle, but it was all over, and he had a complete meltdown. I completely destroyed him, and then I lost you. She lowered her head and began to cry. I held her, thrusting gently, feeling her body tremble. It's a peculiar feeling. I realized what I'd done and vowed I'd make it up to you no matter what. I muddled through a couple months. I was worthless, tried to hurt myself a few times, and spent a lot of time with a therapist. They tell me to move on, but that's not going to happen. She kisses me, sits up and rides me fiercely. I was right. They were wrong. I know we'll get back together. We love each other too much. We just need time. I groaned and pushed against her harder. I missed the hole. She grinned. Never again. It's yours whenever and wherever you want it. I grabbed her hips, felt the orgasm coming and came hard. It was a crazy weekend. We ignored the ringing phone and knocking on the door and barely left the bedroom. We ate there, made love, showered and played. I tried a lot of them, though not all. After all, it was only a few days, but it was a full one. I spanked her several times, tied her up and teased her endlessly. Which is good, because let's be honest, I'm just a regular guy after all, and can't keep an erection all the time. But there are plenty of toys to play with, and I've found that I can keep her excited for hours. Blindfolded, playing with ice, teasing with feathers. I know I'm an asshole, but I'm going to make sure she never forgets this weekend. By Sunday night, she was begging for mercy from the pain. Her voice was hoarse from sucking me off so many times that she sounded like a lifelong smoker. She told me everything about her life with that guy, and honestly, I kind of felt bad for the asshole. It's sad to love someone so completely, to be with her, and never really have her. He'd done everything for her, sacrificed himself, bought her that beautiful car and drove a beat-up one himself, but it was all in vain. Monday morning, I peeled her off me and found the strength to come one last time again. I don't think she enjoyed it much because she was already in pain, but she would never deny me. She can't do it. I got out of the shower and was getting ready for work when she sat in the bathroom and watched me, just staring at me like that. When I was almost done, she hugged me. I guess I have a lot of things to take care of. I took a week off because I was supposed to be on my honeymoon. I need to talk to my mom and family and explain the situation. I think I owe it to him to meet one last time and set things straight. It won't be easy. She sighed. Can you drive me to him? I need to get my car back. No problem, I said, accepting another deep kiss from her. I've been drained, and there's no response from down there, which is good because I won't be reacting for a long time to come. I dropped her off there and called in sick. I went to the bank and transferred all the money to a new account. When I got home, I packed all her things, including her wedding dress. I changed the sheets and let the room air out. It was an incredible weekend, but I don't need these memories to haunt me. I locked the house as tightly as I could and fled. Let's face it, I screwed up. There's no way I'm going to accept her back. That's impossible. I let that tantalizing hole blind me, and I did have fun, but that's about it. Yes, I took the money. I think that's fair. That would have been my money. I did the math on what I really owed her. She doesn't deserve this. I never should have paid that cheating bitch alimony in the first place. I'm fair. I wouldn't cheat on her. I wrote a check for almost $133,000 and sent it to my mom to pass on to Olivia with a detailed note explaining why she deserved only that. The next day, I called my boss and we had a long talk on the phone. He understands me better than I expected. He told me to leave, but promised that if I could sort it out, I could come back and start over from where I was. I thanked him. My cell phone was off for 3 days. I ended up calling to suspend the service. I explained that I was going abroad. They handled it so well I didn't realize they could just suspend the service, extend the contract, and then restart it when you need it. I have to contact them within 6 months, or I'm facing liquidated damages. When I arrived at Hedonism 2 Beach in Jamaica, I began to relax. After Olivia and I divorced, I'm ashamed to say that until the week we spent at Hedonism, I had never been with another woman. I've found that there are a lot of friendly women out there, mostly married and older, who are willing to share if you're a young man with a nice body and a good attitude. You can get more sex than you can swing a stick, and yes, I do swing my stick a lot. Sadly, I found out what I had long suspected. No one is as good as Olivia, at least not for me. Nonetheless, it was great, really great, relaxing, fun. I've done some strange things I can't even write down. On the second day of the second week, my sanity finally returned to the point where I could call home. But just 10 seconds after connecting, I hung up. I don't want to hear the accusations. 2 days later, 2 more calls were made, and at least this time they were slightly more reasonable. What the hell did you do, baby? My mom lamented over the phone. Nothing. I'm just going out on a vacation. I replied, I really need this. The pressure was too much, and you guys kept pushing me and pushing me and pushing me, and eventually it got to be too much. Mom continued, Olivia broke down. Can't you just tell her you're leaving? We'll understand. You didn't even give her a key into the house. Of course not, I retorted. It's not her house. From the moment she betrayed me over 3 years ago, drained me financially, and then moved in with that asshole, it was no longer her house. But you got back together, Mom complained. I sighed. I fucked her, Mom. She wanted it. I gave it to her. That's all. We had a great time, and now it's over. She said you accepted her back. She thought I accepted. I've never agreed to it, but I don't want to ruin a week of good sex either. I'll never accept her back. I've told you a million times. Mom's tone became anxious. So what should she do now? It was the last straw that broke her back. Her fiancé finally had enough and threw all her stuff out the door of your house. Where should she live? I replied coldly, she's got $133,000, Mom. She could rent a place, get a job, and live like everyone else in the world. How could you take her money? Mom questioned. That's my money, I explained, that she and her lawyer stole from me in the divorce. When she gave me my money back, I didn't argue. It's the only thing she's done right in 3 years. I gave her what she deserved. I've been fair. Mom's voice was filled with disappointment. Fair? I expected more from you. You stole over $90,000 from her, ruined her wedding, used her, and then threw her out. How could you do that? I felt a pang of annoyance. I guess, like everyone has been saying for the last 3 years, I'm an asshole. When you've been told that enough times, I think it eventually becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. Suddenly, there was a knock on the door. I gotta go, Mom, I said. Mom was about to say something else, but I cut her off. As for Olivia, tell her I had a great time. We'll see you later. With that, I hung up. I have high hopes for tonight. So, that's me, the asshole. I came back a month later and got my job back. I listened to the whining, the crying, and the legal threats, but none of that bothers me anymore. Once you accept your inner asshole, everything becomes much easier. Take Olivia. I've let it go. When I want her, I invite her over for a while and fuck her hard. If she refuses me anything, I'll throw her out. She will always accept this treatment because she loves me and believes that sooner or later I will come to my senses. It's not going to happen, but I'm going to keep banging her because this woman is simply awesome in bed. I fuck other people too. I'm looking for it, and with some success. Who knows, maybe someday I'll find someone as nice as Olivia, and not just in bed. I don't hold out much hope because I believe all women have a bitch inside and it's not far from the surface. How else do you explain something like cheating on your spouse? Family gatherings are much calmer and less stressful now. Olivia usually shows up, and sometimes she even comes with me. More often than not, she would come home with me. I admit that the desire to fuck her hard comes up when I've had a few drinks. I think she knows that. For a week, I found myself half drunk every night while she kept giving me drinks and then enjoying the results. I know some people will think I caved in because I let her put something in the closet to take her on vacation with me. Her visits were getting longer and longer. I keep Diet Pepsi in the fridge, but I don't think so. I'm not married to her and have no obligations. So I like her. So what? I love being with her and I love all that sex. I absolutely love it. I'm still a man, and I still have my balls, so if I like emptying them on her, so what? Rumors about her pregnancy? It's not possible. Not my problem. Well, I did tell her that if the child was mine, I would always give this child a home and would take care of them. I must admit, I don't doubt it. This woman has a blind, crazy obsession with me. She won't betray me again, but there are no guarantees. She has her own room, though I can't remember the last time she spent the night there. But it's official. Her room, my room. If I decide to move on, I'll take care of her and my kids, but I'm a free agent. I can see anyone I want to see. I told her this, told everyone. No one can bind me anymore. I won't be hurt like that again. I am my own master and I have moved on. That's the end of today's story. For more captivating tales, hit subscribe and never miss an episode.